Hello everyone, welcome back. KJ4YZI with HamRadioConcepts, and you may be thinking, oh my gosh, what is on my desk? A tube radio, better known as a boat anchor to some. I went to Orlando Hamcation 2020 about a month ago. This has been sitting on my floor since. I went into the Swapmeet section and handed a perfectly good cash to a stranger, not knowing if this radio even worked. Now, again, I'm striving to learn more. These new ICOMs and SDRs and all this stuff is really, really cool. And I hope everybody today gets to see the cool technology. But now I'm sad that I didn't grow up in this time, because I want to learn what it was like to have to adjust and tune your radio after letting it warm up 20 minutes before you even transmit. But there's people out here on YouTube that watch that know more about this than I do, and that's why I'm posting this video as a tease to show you what I bought. Hopefully you have information to teach me, because I learn from your comments just as much as many of you learn from my videos. So this I bought from Orlando Hamcation. I'm going to divulge some information that you may yell at me at, okay? I never met the guy I bought this from. Hopefully he's watching. I gave him a card. And I never even looked at what this unit was when I handed this guy perfectly good money. I paid $350 for this radio. And you already fell out of the chair. Oh my gosh, you're a moron. Well, there comes a point when you say, do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. And what's the fun of me buying a boat anchor that works fine, that I have no reason to fix or learn about? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, this is broke. It's not broke all the way, but I want to learn more about this. And I do want to set this up one day when I have a shack where I could have my old tube section radio over here and get on the old tube anchor, boat anchor, tube net, whatever. And then, the new contesting on the new stuff is always fun, but I want to get on something that drifts in frequency, man. Drifty, right? This is the Galaxy GT-550A. And first question, if you know, why does this say high gain? I've looked online at some of the publications, and some of them don't show the high gain. So did high gain actually make a radio? Did somebody put that on there? What is the high gain? I have seen it online, but I can't get definitive answers. And if you have an answer, please comment. The GT-550A, the big claim to fame was you had bands 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters. They claimed 550 watts. Now that's input. So what is that? 225 watts output roughly. And this is the matching power supply with speaker built in. So let's take a time warp here and look online of what I found, because the publications from old QSTA articles and online articles of when they used to boast about radios like this, they really made this radio sound amazing. Again, I did not look at this publication when I bought this. In fact, I just kind of I know what people are saying. Here, I got a radio for you, Eric. Give me $350. That's right. That's right. I don't know a deal when it's coming or if it hit me in the face. But yeah, it looks online like it was supposed to be very, like a design that was, powerful, and they had a good article, and it had, the radio, and then you can get an option for the matching speaker, the matching, speaker. Do you want the power supply with the speaker in, or do you want just the power supply? How about just the speaker? And then the remote VFO, where you can, see a VFO, outboard VFO, and some other things that they had with this. And it looked like a really cool system if you had all of it, okay? So when I looked at this first at Orlando, I said, wow, it looks clean, okay? It doesn't look too bad. I've seen worse radios. And the guy had said, well, somebody in Tampa that went through, they put speakers on it, or new tubes in it, blah, blah, blah. And it's working good, man. It sounds good. And I didn't listen to that. I didn't even pay attention to that, because I didn't know if he was lying or not. Not everybody at Hamfest is a liar, but you never know. I said, listen, in my head, if this doesn't work, but it's halfway there, I would enjoy that more by learning how to test tubes, replace tubes, what circuits are in this, okay? Back in the day, you repaired your own radio. Today, you don't. Maybe you do if you're Mr. Carlson's lab. That guy on YouTube is just amazing at what he knows about electronics, and some other ones, but I don't know that. So 80, 40, 20, 15, 10 meters, right? Upper sideband and lower sideband. Now, the big thing about this is I always wanted an old tube rig that would talk on AM. I just have this fascination to let this thing drift all over on a wide AM signal. And I was so excited and interested, I didn't even look that it doesn't have AM. No big deal. No big deal. It doesn't have AM. Okay, we'll get over it. And it's got, you have to adjust something like this. For those who are brand new, I'm not going to say I know more than you because you're brand new to license, but I know enough to say that this radio right here with the tubes, you'd have to let it warm up when you plugged it in. Let it warm up and get stable, not sort of stable, warm up, hot, operating temperature, and then you would start adjusting on the back the bias voltage and the plate and the load, and you'd get this thing balanced out to where it would be usable. But rest assured, at some point it's going to drift, or you're going to have to retune it. But that's, I think, fun for me. That's where I wish I grew up in this era. I wish, for those who say you're a no tech, no code general, no code tech, I wish I had to grow up in the time when I had to use CW or learn CW to get a license, because I would have never picked up a microphone. So let's take a look at the back here for a second. Some of the connections: antenna. You have your bias adjust, your S meter is 0 for calibrating your S meter. Your external VFO, right? So that would, go run to your outboard VFO. CW filter that you could run externally. ALC. If I learned anything from buying a tube rig, this is called a Cinch Jones connector, and I had no idea until Jan told me that, and I feel like I'm an expert. Anyways, key jack, external VFO, speaker and stuff. Now, what's behind the plate? I don't know. It looks like that's some sort of thing you'd open up to maybe service that tube right there. I don't know. Also, now I got excited as I read online that with this radio, if you don't have the VFO, the external VFO, that you have to have this jumpered in order to get received, because you'd be sending the signal out and nothing's coming back. And then I saw there's a jumper here, so that's not my problem. Yep, there it is right there. And then I saw in the troubleshooting here that if you don't have the external CW filter, that you have to have this bridged. And then I saw, that's right, it's bridged internally in the case. That's not why I don't have receive either. So, but there's the serial number, 8551021, Council Bluffs, Iowa, 10th Street, 34th Street. So I guess this was made in the USA, right? I mean, that's one thing you could say good. This was a made in the USA. So that's, how the back looks. And the power supply, well, I'll show you that next time. But yeah, the Cinch Jones plug here, or Jones plug, I guess, is what that is. And I learned something. I haven't touched this, guys. I've powered it on, the tubes come on, but I've seen no audio. It just buzzes into the speaker. Now, I did put a different speaker. I also put old headphones on. It's just a brrr coming out of it. You hear the transformer, and that was right into the back of the radio, so I'm not sure what's going on there. No audio. Then I started researching and realized, look at this. The RF gain knob, here's the volume. You turn it on, right? Here's the RF gain behind it. Now, I didn't even see that. Why? Because when I first got it, the whole knob was moving with that. So I didn't see that the RF gain is the dial behind it. You see it moving right here? Look. See? I didn't see that. So it was like stuck and going with the knob, and I didn't see the RF gain back here. I thought, wow, that's why I have no RF or receive. Turned it up, nothing. Okay. Then I started trying to go through the alignment procedure, the tune-up procedure, and the manual, and even getting started on that, I should be able to hear something on this after I look and verify that the bias voltage matches on here with the meter that they say, and start doing this. It is transmitting. I haven't verified full output. It is going to transmit. It is outputting power. So that, I think, is easier to fix the receive side than it is having a 0 output for a transmit. Anyways, so those are the things I've noticed. And look, I guess you could tune the little red knob or red line here to where it's exactly aligned. Maybe just, I don't know. Now, so this is my GT-550A. You've seen the questions I'm asking. Hey, everybody's got to learn somewhere, and I've never had, other than my Siltronics 1011D, which I bought a Siltronics 1011C for parts. Comment on what you think of this. Comment if you have one. Comment on how bad I got screwed and how much of a moron I am. I don't care about the comments, but I hope you appreciate the impromptu video, taking you in my desk here and showing you what I bought. And one day when I get this thing fired up and alive, maybe when I take it apart and realize where the problem is or how I fixed it, I'll show you that, and maybe we can work over the air on the boat anchor here, the GT-550A Galaxy. 7-3 everyone. Nice seeing you at Hamfest, Orlando Hamcation. I'm sure I told everybody thank you for watching, but thank you for watching again. I really appreciate it. 7-3 everyone. KJ4, YZI.